Biden makes U-turn, pardons son in final weeks of presidency. Troops neutralize terrorists in Zamfara. Elon Musk files lawsuits to block OpenAI's for profit transition. Belgium okays maternity leave, pension, health insurance for sex workers. 50 feared dead in Guinea Stadium stampede. Hello and welcome to Leadership TV. I am Nafisat Abdulrahman. United States President Joe Biden on Sunday pardoned his son, Hunter, who was set to be sentenced this month for gun and tax conviction even after pledging long ago not to pardon Hunter. The pardon covers not only Hunter Biden's conviction in 2 cases in Delaware and California, but also any other offenses against the United States which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1, 2014 through December 1, 2024. Biden is hardly the first president to deploy his pardon powers to benefit those close to him, although this is seen as surprising reversal for a man who pledged to restore norms and respect for the rule of law. The U.S. Constitution stipulates that a president has the power to grant clemency, which includes both pardon and commutations. Hunter Biden was convicted in June of lying on a federal form when he purchased a gun in 2018 and swore that he was not a drug user. Just months later, he pleaded guilty to charges accusing him of a scheme to avoid paying at least $1.4 million in taxes. Troops of the Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansan Yamma successfully conducted a fighting patrol in response to a distress call from the residents and vigilantes of Yar Galadima Village in Maru local government area of Zamfara State, where a number of terrorists were eliminated. Coordinator of the Joint Media Coordination Center, Operation Fansan Yamma, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen in Gusau. Lieutenant Colonel Abdullahi stated that the operations was carried out in the early hours of Sunday, December 1, 2024, when the troops of the Forward Operating Base (FOB) Hanutara were alerted at about 5 a.m. that terrorists were attacking the village. He stressed that the troops responded promptly to provide assistance and restore peace to the affected area. During the patrol, the troops encountered terrorists who laid ambush at 2 different locations on the approach to the village. The ambush sites were cleared by the troops and some of the terrorists neutralized while others fled, Lieutenant Colonel Abdullahi said. Tech billionaire and SpaceX boss Elon Musk has sought a court injunction to halt the OpenAI's transition to a for-profit structure. Musk described the move as illegal, warning of the potential dominance of OpenAI's ChatGPT in the artificial intelligence market. Musk highlighted that the transition would threaten competitors, including his own AI startup, XAI. In court filings, Musk accused OpenAI and its CEO Sam Altman of abandoning the not-profit mission they founded together in 2015. He stated that OpenAI's acceptance of billions in funding from Microsoft in 2019 marked a pivot towards profit-driven goals, deviating from its original purpose of advancing AI for societal benefit. Musk's legal team argued that OpenAI has become a monopolistic entity, stating, "It cannot lumber about the marketplace as a Frankenstein, stitched together from whichever corporate firms serve the pecuniary interest of Microsoft and Altman at any given moment." Belgium has passed a new law that would enable sex workers to enter into its official employment contract and the same employment rights as those in other professions. The law, which has decriminalized sex workers, was proposed back in 2022, passed in May, and finally enacted on Sunday. The law allows sex workers to sign formal contracts and access critical benefits such as health insurance, pensions, family allowances, maternity leave, and paid vacations. It also grants sex workers fundamental rights, including the ability to refuse clients, choose their practices, and stop any act at any time. The new legislation establishes regulations on working hours, pay, and safety measures, filling a long-standing gap in legal protections for those in the industry. Not fewer than 50 football fans, including children, were believed to have died in a stampede during a match at a crowded stadium in southern Guinea's largest city of Nzerekore on Sunday night. The stampede broke out on Sunday afternoon during the final of the local tournament between the Labi and Nzerekore teams being played in honor of Guinea's military leader Mamadi Doumbouya. Guinea's Prime Minister Amadou Uruba said on X without being specific about the number of those killed. The government deplores the incident that marred the football match between the Labe and Nzekore team this afternoon in Nzekore. During the stampede, victims were recorded. The regional authorities are working to restore calm in the area, he added. A coalition of political parties known as the National Alliance for Alternation and Democracy said in a statement that the stampede resulted in dozens of deaths and injuries. Local media reported that security forces tried to use tear gas to restore calm after the chaos that followed a disputed penalty. The report said many of those killed were children, while some of the injured persons who were said to be in critical conditions were being treated at the regional hospital. And that's it on Leadership TV News. For more of our news stories, you can log on to our website on www.leadership.ng. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the